So drinking was still there, but then in 2001, my brother died in a house fire on Christmas Eve. And I almost drank myself to death the following year after that, which ended in a drunk driving. I got blacked out, don't even remember leaving the house. Cop woke me up in my car with a beer in between my legs. So I had to do the court thing. And then at one point in time, I was going to the store and I had slammed a beer before I left, and I got pulled over again. And I was still on probation for the first one, you know. And my lawyer advised me to do meetings, and I was already or not comfortable, but I already knew it, and I knew a little bit about AA, but I went and I took it serious. Like, I really took it serious and worked the program, got a sponsor, and got sober. I stayed sober for 8 years after that. In that period, I had gotten married, bought a house. We had 2 paid-for vehicles, a dog, a cat, and, you know, a wife, daughter. It was picket fence for me. It was the dream. And it all just slipped away. It all went away. I lost pretty much everything. After my divorce was final, I ended up moving down to Alabama and stayed with a friend. He gave me a place to stay till I got back on my feet. I just got minimal jobs and had an apartment down there and lived by myself. I did the bare minimum to just survive and to be able to drink. I mean, it wasn't good. There was a friend I had down there that I had met down there when I was sober, and she said to me, "I've never met a happy sober Tim." Like, that's how great it was. Yeah. So yeah, I was miserable. I finally accepted some help from my buddy that I moved down there, and he was coming through. I was on a bender, and he was coming over because I accepted the help. He kept pushing. He wouldn't push before. He never pushed before until I said, "Okay, let's do something. I'll go detox at least." And my sister up here had also been on my side the whole time, and she had found Pine Rest, and they accepted my insurance. And we weren't getting calls back, and he just decided, he's like, "That's it, I'm gonna drive you up here." So we just jumped in the car. He told his wife, he's got a wife and 2 kids, and he said, "I'll be back." And he drove me up here. I got here at like 1 in the morning, and at 9:30 in the morning, I had an appointment with Pine Rest. And then my case manager at Pine Rest had brought up this place, brought up Guiding Light. And I was really broken. I was willing to do whatever it took because I knew, or I didn't know what it was going to take. I knew something had to change, and I didn't know what it was going to take, so I was coming here very open-minded. There was the interview process with Brian. He was just like, "Well, you know, how hard would it be for them to come pick you up in case you're not accepted?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know there was that process," you know? I definitely questioned the morning ritual. It challenged me. It really did. It challenged me because I'd come out of my own schedule for so long. There were so many years that it was just me. One of the most beneficial things is spiritual direction. It took a really long time for me, even with my spiritual background, it took me a long time to get back to a personal relationship with God. But a lot of it was all of it was in me. It was forgiving myself and understanding that, you know, God does want to work through me. So my sobriety is at a level that I never even imagined possible within that 3 months. It well surpassed anything I thought possible. I'm tackling things already in this 3 months that I didn't tackle in that 8 years sober. I'm very grateful for the chance to find this kind of sobriety, the chance to be in a place like this. This feels like a gift to me, like an absolute gift. And to have this opportunity has been one of the greatest things in my life. This is something I'm going to remember forever. This is something I'll carry with me forever, because you can't just buy something or buy somebody this. This is something you have to work for, but yet it was provided by somebody. So it's a gift that's almost impossible to give to somebody, but yet through Guiding Light it is possible. So I'm very grateful for it.